Hello everyone, it is Heather, and I guess her name is Shelly because she can't speak. We're cooking for y'all again tonight, and we're making taco soup. Well, Shelly's going to be at it. So, let's talk about my taco soup that I am teaching Shelly how to make. I used 3 pounds of ground meat. You don't have to use ground meat. You can use the turkey ground, or you can use deer. I've cooked taco soup with deer meat before. But, once again, just like with the taco salad, cook the ground meat first, and then strain it to get all the grease out. We've already got our cans open, but first we wash the top of the cans and wipe them off so we don't get no nasty things in our stuff. Right, Shelly?
Yes.
Nobody wants to be dying. Shelly's going to be doing a lot. Once again, today I've been dealing with the back of my head and my shoulder, and I'm really trying to get it not to get like it did last time, where the following day I was stuck in bed the whole day. So, we're going to start. And maybe tonight this child could actually season like her mama taught her to. Alright, so Shelly, start seasoning that ground meat. Pull this up for you. Okay. Okay. Very good. Our defective pepper shaker thingy. How it broke in the middle. So we're going to let her finish seasoning. Okay, so we did 3 pounds of ground meat. She put her garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and pepper in it. I'm out of that special meat seasoning that I like. I used 2 packs of taco seasoning. I'm going to use a can of the dark red kidney beans, a can of taco sauce. I usually do diced taco in the can, diced tomatoes in the can. Blah, 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 blah. But somebody was a dummy and ordered the wrong thing. 1 can of corn, 1 can of black beans, and 1 can of pinto beans. Now, you can do this however you want. This is just how I do it. And I feel like I'm missing something. I don't know why. So Shelly's going to pour all that mixture in. 2 packs of taco mix, 1 can of tomato sauce, 1 can of dark red kidney beans, 1 can of black beans, 1 can of corn, and 1 can of pinto beans. Also, I want to add, do not drain your cans. Pour everything, the juices and everything, directly into the pot with your ground meat. That's cooked. Ground meat that's cooked. Now, for the record, I do usually cook taco soup in the crock pot. And when I do, I don't cook the ground meat. I put everything just into the crock pot and let it cook all day. So I do put this, usually I do cook it in the crock pot. But I've been in bed majority of the day, so I didn't get up to put it in the crock pot. So we're doing it on stovetop. So everything's in there. I did add 2/3 cups of water. Yeah, that was what I was forgetting, was the water. And we ended up using 2 whole cans of tomato sauce. I don't write my recipes down, so until I go to make them, I just don't want to leave my children my cooking secrets, but now I got to teach this one how to do it. I love this soup. I'm hoping I can eat it. I have not been able to eat solid foods for about 3 days now. This was a discussion with my doctor. I've dealt with this my whole life, being constipated, my abdomen swelling, me feeling like when I eat and it's getting stuck and I get inflamed, and then I'll do that for a little bit, then it'll go away. It was off and on since childhood. For the last few months, at least 2 to 3 weeks out the month, I'm getting like that now. And I have to do pure liquid. So for the last 3 days, I really haven't ate food. I've been eating liquid. Just on liquids. And that's tough. So I'm hoping I can actually eat this tonight, but I'm not sure. My husband fixed me a grilled cheese sandwich for lunch to see if I could put some food, and I was able to eat half of it, and then I started feeling sick. And I gave the rest to Boo Boo. So I'm hoping I can eat this tonight. Also, while we're sitting here cooking, so besides my stomach stuff, and me and him discussed, and also discussed the possibilities of me eventually having to have a feeding tube. About 2 weeks ago, I had what we think is my first seizure. I've had 4. We haven't talked to nobody about it. I haven't really told anyone about it. But we've already counted 4. We're assuming that was the first one I had 2 weeks ago, and I've had 3 more after that one. We're not sure. That might not have been the first one. But that's what's been pretty much going on, and I'm hungry. And my daughter was with me yesterday when I had that seizure yesterday. The one I had Saturday, my husband was with me. Then I was on the phone, luckily, with my best friend when I was going into the other one. And then the first one I had, I was by myself. And I remember being outside, and I woke up in a recliner. And the way I looked, I was still jerking, and didn't realize I was doing it. I was stuttering. So it was just a weird experience. So doctors prescribed me medicine for it, but the medicine is $667, something I can't afford. So so between that and the stomach pain and us talking about a feeding tube, my doctors also discussed about having hospice come in, and I told him, look, I don't feel like I'm anywhere near dying. He's like, no, they can do more for you than what I can. So no, it's not. They renew contracts every 6 months, and I've been in the healthcare world for a long time, and I told him, I'll be honest with you, there's probably hospice nurses that have a picture of me in their break room that they throw darts at because of me going head to head with them. But, and I try not to be like that, but it's something we're discussing and talking about, and about the IV port in my chest. So, but let's get back to cooking this taco soup. But I did want to give y'all a little bit of an update on what's going on, and let's keep our fingers crossed that Heather gets to eat this tonight, because Heather has not ate really anything in 3 days? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's been about 3 days since I've been able to eat. Oh, and in case anybody was wondering, I've been getting my nutrition drinks from Backwoods and Pine and at Mealtown in Bogalusa, because they have vitamins and stuff to help me keep going. So that's what pretty much I've been using as my supplement. Y'all see how it's starting to boil? It's been going for about 15 minutes now. You want to let it boil. Come to a complete boil. So now she's coming to a good boil. Remember, that was 3 pounds of ground meat, 1 can of corn, 1 can of red dark kidney beans, 1 can of black beans, pinto beans, 1 can, and 2 cans of tomato sauce, and 2/3 cups of water, and the 2 packs of taco sauce. Now we're going to let this boil for a few more minutes, and then we're going to transfer it. It takes probably about 30 minutes to cook this in the pot. Like I said, usually I do it in a crock pot all day. And yes, it will taste good tonight, but it's going to taste even better tomorrow. So I always suggest cook it the night before. Alright, we are done. It took a total of like 30-35 minutes to cook it on the stove. Like I said, I usually do it in a crock pot overnight. If you cook it the next day for dinner, this will be really, really good. It's still going to be good tonight. But here's our end results. We got our tortillas and our pepper jack cheese already on there. Can y'all can't see that, can y'all? There y'all go.
Kobe Jack.
Kobe Jack, whatever. You know what I mean. So, there we go. That's your results. Try it. I highly recommend it. I taught Shelly how to make it. Just rewatch the video for the ingredients. Like I said, you could use deer meat. You could use turkey ground if you want to. So, y'all have a good night. Thank you for watching me teach Shelly how to cook.
Good night, everyone.